Good morning. I am Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Green Lantern.
And I am Superman.
Clark Kent.
And this is New Mexico Style. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Halloween. So glad to have you with us this morning.
Yeah,
hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Welcome back from the weekend. Did you have any super stories?
Yes,
Superman?
well, you know, I was really busy. I just got back from New York.
Yes.
Yeah, there was a cat in a tree. Got that taken care
You
of.
got him down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, thanks for alerting me to that.
Yes, well, I just spun around and I did some superpower magical things and brought you back in that snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no problem, no problem.
I may have actually bumped into your jet on the roof. I didn't see it.
You better fix that, yo.
Well, and of course we're all superheroes because of all the movies, the superhero movies that are filmed in New Mexico. So we thought this would be a pretty good thing.
That's right.
And you've been saying that. Kristen's been saying that for a long time. We've been talking about Halloween for months, and we keep saying, you know, once we get to Halloween, what are we going to do? And you've always said, well, you know, with Avengers and all the things going on, and Thor and all the people that were here for all the movies, it makes perfect sense. Although we're not really Marvels. We're not Marvel comics.
We're DC comics.
We're the
today.
DC.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting though. So what did you do over the week? You went skiing, right?
I did. I went skiing. I got dressed up. I was a robot this weekend.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Yeah, I put that on Facebook too. You can check out the robot costume.
Yeah, I went up to Wolf Creek. Tons of snow there.
Right.
So I'm just
Beautiful.
ready for the places to open up here in New Mexico. So,
Yeah.
But there was a ton of people from New Mexico actually
Were
up
there?
there enjoying the snow up that way. It's kind of hot though.
Is it unusual for Wolf Creek to be open right now?
No, they're like one of the snowiest places in the country. So a little early, but usually for Halloween they're open by Halloween.
Yeah, we're actually in a pretty good place as far as weather goes because we'll get to this with the local headlines a little later. Things not so great on the East Coast, but here, perfect for the trick-or-treaters.
Yes, spooktacular Halloween forecast. Let's go ahead and take a look at the temperature right now. 43 degrees out there. Winds are out of the north at 8 miles per hour. Clear skies in place. We'll see a lot of sunshine today. Temperatures right now still a little chilly out. Up in Santa Fe, we're at 36, 43 in Albuquerque. We'll be in the low 40s down in the southeast, and then highs today, upper 60s. So it will be warmer than it was over the weekend, mid 70s to upper 70s down the southeast, 69 in Silver City. Here's a look at your Halloween forecast for Albuquerque. Trick-or-treaters, of course, you know, nobody wants to wear a jacket over their costume. It is going to be a little cool. Once the sun sets, temperatures will fall into the low 60s. But you know what? I think it will be warm enough to brave the cold, and I think parents will be okay to let their kids kind of go out without the jacket this evening. It won't be too bad as long as you can throw it back on in the car.
Yeah,
That's
don't do
right.
it too late.
Yeah, and then the weather looking nice tomorrow, and then Wednesday we get the big cool off. So we're kind of in between storm systems, so perfect. We got Halloween squeezed in there between the bad weather.
That was like a little special omen because you know with Balloon Fiesta we kept saying it's always like the best weeks are like the sandwich, you know, surrounding Balloon Fiesta. But at least for Halloween we got the opposite. We actually got a good day on the day, and I think there'll be a lot of kids parading around town during the day and into the night. And of course you want to always be extra safe. So I think if they do it just a little earlier than before it gets too dark. And of course we want to check in with those headlines as well. So let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Matt Mauro for today's local headlines. Let's go for it. Hi Matt, happy Halloween.
Hello, happy Halloween to you and to everyone out there. Quick check for your headlines for this morning. Health news tops the stories today. Companies are heavily marketing sugary drinks to kids and teens. That's at least what a new study says. Researchers at Yale University found that despite these companies promising to cut back on the unhealthy advertising, young people saw more ads for soda and energy drinks in 2010 than they saw back before the promise in 2008. The report also found that drinking just one 8-ounce sugary drink every day increases a kid's risk of becoming obese by a whopping 60%. Vision problems may be more common among preschoolers than previously thought. 2 new studies out show that 1 in every 4 preschool-age children may have problems with their sight. Now, previous estimates put that number at 1 in 20. There's a big difference here. Researchers found even if kids have just mild problems and they don't get treated, that could lead them to becoming permanently blind later in life. A month after Bank of America got pummeled by you, consumers, and legislators on Capitol Hill for introducing a monthly debit card fee, other big banks are scrapping plans to charge customers for using their debit cards. JP Morgan Chase has decided not to charge customers to use the debit cards, and Wells Fargo has announced plans that it's going to cancel that debit card testing fee in 5 states. That includes New Mexico. Now, in the meantime, Bank of America is reconsidering its debit card fee, saying the fee is going to be retooled so that more customers can avoid paying it. Well, if national predictions are on the money, ghosts and goblins could mean big money for Halloween this year, as spending is expected to be up all across the country. So we wanted to see if you here in New Mexico will be doing that same thing and spending more. So we sent News 13's David Romero to go find out.
it's not just a holiday for kids anymore.
This is the biggest business I have all year round, so I'm excited about it.
Many industry experts in sales and revenue estimate overall spending for Halloween, that's costumes and candy combined, will jump to nearly $7 billion. That's up a whopping 9% from sales last year.
I really think that there is a sort of a resurgence of energy about Halloween and the economy because when people want to have a good time, they're going to come out and just go for it. And we've seen that it's happening more.
Whether you're buying or renting a costume, spending a little cash on it can mean the difference between dud or stud, hot or not.
I mean, it's competitive. People always want to look best, and they want to have a good time. So if you go to a party without a costume, you're going to feel silly.
Here's what some of our viewers told us via Facebook. Nicole Hawk says she'll be using things from years past. So far, the only expense she'll have this year for Halloween is $4 on fake eyelashes. And Chris Bohr says he still hasn't found a way to spend less than nothing, so there'll be no change for him.
It hasn't changed anything from what we normally do every year, because it's usually not a lot of money we spend anyway.
Making people happy. I mean, that sounds kind of corny, but it's true. People go out excited with their stuff, and they're going to have a good time.
David Romero, KRQE News 13.
And we have a whole section devoted to Halloween on our website. Go check it out, krqe.com. You can find safety tips as well as some last-minute costume ideas. It's a zombie invasion. Dancing zombies from all across the globe, including right here in New Mexico, set out to break the world record for the most people dancing to Michael Jackson's epic Thriller. This was in Roswell this weekend, where more than 150 dancers took part in it. They did the same thing here in Albuquerque as well. And in Seattle, there were 4 groups participating, dancing away to the King of Pop's iconic hit and probably the best music video ever. The event began in Toronto as a group of 62 set the Guinness World Record for the largest Thriller dance. It is now expanded all across the globe. Well, that's all for your Halloween headlines here. Make sure for more news and weather, you catch Kristen and me every weekday on KRQE from 5 to 7. We'll get you up to speed and off to a great start. And now we go back to the superheroes. And ladies, if you can, do me a favor, tell Elias there to quit stealing my T-shirts.
Nice.
You got it, Matt.
That was good. Yeah. See, I guess Matt could be like, Anchorman. Anchorman. Sure. He could be Anchorman today, right? That would work. Okay.
We could always do a switch. I could be Peter Parker in a Flash.
Yes. That would be good. Meanwhile, I was trying to get them to do the Thriller dance. They didn't do it with me.
We have some, but I did want to mention, we have some kids dressed. We're going to have kids later on.
Yes, you don't want to miss that.
Some kid costumes.
Yes.
Got some really, really cute ones. So, parents, if you haven't gotten the costume for your kids, maybe you get some few ideas today. I know it's last minute. Some of us are last minute type
I'm such a procrastinator. Normally, only because of this job, I was not a procrastinator, but normally I would be. I have to tell you guys a funny story. So, I'm a really good driver, right? But I got pulled over because I was going 10 miles over the speed limit in this little section that I didn't realize I was going 10 miles over, and the guy, he pulls me over.
And then he realizes he pulled over Wonder Woman.
Well, that's what happened. He was like, oh my gosh, I pulled over Wonder Woman. How could I do this? And he felt so embarrassed, and he was so worried that I was going to use superhero powers to abolish him, and I didn't. And he let me off the hook. So thank you, officer. Anyway.
Wow, that's some of those superpowers over here.
He actually said to me, by the way, he recognized me because you're not getting off the hook because you're on TV. You're getting off the hook because you have a good driving record. And I was like, oh, he knew I was on TV. And then I was embarrassed. Okay, anyway, so what's the weather going to be?
The weather is going to be fantastic for the kids tonight. Here's a look at the breakdown of the day today. 47 as we head to the 9 o'clock hour. So it's still a little chilly through the next hour, but a lot of sunshine. We're almost up to 58 for the lunch hour. Highs near 70 this afternoon, so really nice out there. And, of course, that Halloween forecast, temperatures will fall into the low 60s as we head toward the 7 o'clock hour. By 9 o'clock, right around 57. So light winds, clear skies. Shouldn't be too bad at all for the kiddos out heading out to trick-or-treat, so just perfect weather for Halloween.